Are you wondering what pill the person on the left ate to slow down aging? It's a drug called rapamycin. Rapamycin was discovered from a bacterium in soil samples from Easter Island. They were meant to be used for antifungal purposes but displayed immunosuppressive properties. It is the only drug that has been shown to increase both mean and maximum lifespan, including improving overall health span. Rapamycin can be further utilized to alleviate symptoms of neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Rapamycin inhibits a cellular pathway named mTOR, which inhibits cell proliferation and senescence, increases autophagy, which in turn leads to better cell maintenance and repair, and slows down overall aging since tissues stay healthier for a longer period of time. This drug exhibits multiple theories of aging. The disposable soma theory is supported since more resources are being allocated to maintain soma, or the body, through increased autophagy instead of reproduction for greater longevity. Second, the oxidative theory of aging is also demonstrated since reactive oxygen species are reduced through greater production of enzymes that convert these species into water and oxygen. Lastly, the evolutionary theory of aging is backed due to the reduced fecundity from rapamycin. Rapamycin can be used as a treatment topically on the skin or consumed orally to see the effects of delayed aging. One exploratory clinical trial by Chung et al. Examined the reduced markers of senescence and aging in human skin from topical rapamycin. 10 micromolars of rapamycin, which is an extremely low dose, was applied topically to the human skin, and it showed that it can double the amount of collagen 7, which plays a role in maintaining the integrity of skin tissue structure and the skin barrier. Collagen 7 protein staining was done on the basement membrane of human skin biopsies, which visually displayed a more localized formation along the membrane in rapamycin-treated skin compared to the placebo group. Utilizing immunohistochemistry, the levels of collagen 7 were identified. The amount of collagen in rapamycin-treated skin was around 3, which is almost double that of the untreated skin, which had levels of around 1.5, signifying that rapamycin treatment increased the production of collagen. The researchers quantified greater collagen levels in the dermal layer and overall better skin appearance, which is exhibited by the reduced wrinkles on the hands. And there was an overall decline in photoaging and dermal atrophy. However, since mTOR pathway is complex and involved in many cellular functions, the rapamycin treatment may impact the functionality of all cell types in the treated area, specifically local immune cell abilities, which is one of the drawbacks of the rapamycin treatment.
As we age, our immune system weakens, meaning that vaccines don't work as well in older individuals as they do in younger individuals. When we get vaccinated, our body produces antibodies in response to the vaccine, so that when we get infected with the actual virus, we already know which cells to attack that are infected. Giving elderly patients rapamycin can help boost their immune systems and boost their response to vaccines. In one study, they looked how elderly patients treated with rapamycin responded to the flu vaccine. They measured the level of 3 antibodies and found that the treated individuals produced more antibodies in response to the vaccine. One important caveat is that the dosage of rapamycin was important for the vaccine response. We can see here that the 20 milligrams a week dose may be too high because their levels of antibodies were lower compared to the other dosages. But in addition to exploring these effects, it's helpful to understand the mechanisms through which rapamycin works. One study treated fruit flies with rapamycin, and they found that this extended their mean and maximum lifespan. They then explored the effects of rapamycin on a process called autophagy. Autophagy is like a cellular cleanup process where cells will degrade proteins and other cellular components to help keep the cells healthy, and it's important to have this for healthy aging. In these flies, they measured autophagy by looking at the amount of lysosomes, which help facilitate this cellular cleanup process. When treated with rapamycin, they saw that the levels of autophagy significantly increased in the flies, showing that rapamycin might partially work by upregulating autophagy. Overall, rapamycin seems to be one of the most promising anti-aging drugs on the market, and it's garnered the attention of the mainstream media. Clinical trials that have studied the effects of rapamycin have had very minimal side effects. However, it's important to keep in mind that these side effects are often dosage dependent. In the anti-aging studies where they used low-dose rapamycin, this typically had minimal side effects. But when they use rapamycin in higher dosages, such as when they treat cancer with rapamycin, this can lead to more severe effects like increased blood pressure and increased blood sugar. As we've seen, while these current findings are promising, there are still several unanswered questions. We need to better understand how this treatment might affect males and females differently. We also need to understand what the long-term implications could be for the immune system because rapamycin is often used as an immunosuppressant in transplant patients. We also want to better understand how this could affect fertility and reproductive health. Determining the correct dosage will also be another critical step before we can safely move forward with rapamycin as an effective anti-aging treatment.